Welcome to Storyteller, the channel where I share amazing stories with you. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss an episode of Storyteller. Let's begin. The Cave of Wonders Part 3. The friends and the guards turned around and saw a woman walking towards them. She had tan skin, blonde hair, blue eyes, pointed ears and tail. She wore a white robe, a golden crown and a necklace with a pendant that looked like the sphere. She was followed by 4 other people who looked like her, but wore different colored robes and crowns. They also had necklaces with pendants that looked like the sphere. They were the rulers of the village. They were the chosen ones. The woman walked up to the gate and looked at the friends and the guards. She had a stern and majestic expression on her face. She was the queen. "What is going on here? Who are these strangers?" she asked. "Your Majesty, these are travelers. They claim to have come from another world. They claim to have entered the Cave of Wonders and touched the Sphere of Destiny. They claim to have caused it to explode," the first guard said. The queen looked at the friends with disbelief and anger. "Is this true?" she asked them. "Yes, Your Majesty, it is true," Jake said. He bowed his head and hoped she would be merciful. The queen looked at him and then at the other rulers. They looked at her and nodded. She looked at him again and then at the other friends. She raised her hand and pointed at them. "Seize them," she ordered. The guards obeyed and grabbed the friends by their arms. They tried to resist, but they were outnumbered and overpowered. "Let us go. We didn't mean to do it." "We're sorry," they shouted. "Silence. You have committed a grave crime. You have desecrated our sacred place. You have destroyed our source of power. You have endangered our people. You must pay for your actions," the queen said. She looked at the other rulers and spoke to them in a language that the friends didn't understand. They seemed to agree on something. She looked at the friends again and spoke to them in their language. "You will be taken to the Temple of Judgment. There you will face a trial by fire. There you will prove your innocence or guilt. There you will live or die," she said. She turned around and walked away, followed by the other rulers. The guards dragged the friends along, towards the village. The friends looked at each other with fear and despair. They had no idea what awaited them in the Temple of Judgment. They had no idea how to get out of this mess. The friends were taken to the Temple of Judgment, a large and imposing building in the center of the village. It was made of stone and had a dome-shaped roof. It had a large door that was guarded by 2 more men with spears. They were led inside the temple and brought to a circular hall. It had a high ceiling and a mosaic floor. It had a ring of fire in the middle and a throne on the opposite side. They saw the queen sitting on the throne, wearing her white robe and golden crown. She was flanked by the other rulers, wearing their colored robes and crowns. They also had their necklaces with pendants that looked like the sphere. They saw a crowd of people sitting on benches around the hall. They were the villagers, wearing their colorful clothes and carrying their baskets and tools. They looked at the friends with curiosity and hostility. They saw a man standing next to the throne, wearing a black robe and holding a staff. He had gray skin, white hair, red eyes, pointed ears and tail. He looked old and wise. He was the priest. He spoke to the crowd in their language. He explained who the friends were and what they had done. He asked them what they thought of them. The crowd shouted their opinions. They called them liars, thieves, invaders, destroyers. They demanded justice, punishment, death. The priest nodded and spoke to the queen. He asked her what she wanted to do with them. The queen looked at the friends with contempt and spoke to the priest. She said she wanted to give them a chance to prove themselves. She said she wanted to test their purity and strength. She said she wanted to see if they were worthy or not. The priest nodded and spoke to the friends in their language. He told them what the queen had said. He told them they would face a trial by fire. He told them they would have to walk through the ring of fire and reach the other side. He told them if they made it, they would be free to go. He told them if they failed, they would burn to ashes. He asked them if they understood. The friends nodded and said they understood. They didn't understand. They didn't understand why they had to do this. They didn't understand how they could do this. They didn't understand how they could survive this. They were terrified. The priest told them to get ready. He told them to take off their clothes and shoes. He told them to stand in front of the ring of fire. They obeyed and did as he said. They felt naked and vulnerable. The priest told them to wait for his signal. He told them to walk slowly and steadily. He told them not to stop or turn back. He raised his staff and gave his signal. He told them to go. What will happen next to them? To know, please subscribe my channel for next episode.